So the global exclusive content for the global 7th anniversary ended up being the super full power SSJ4 Goku EZA. I've been seeing a mixed reception over on Twitter this morning, saying some people are saying he's mid, some people saying he's good. I've been hearing like he's got just over 400k on defense, putting out like 8 million attack stats. To me, before using him, that's good, that's usable. Not every single unit has to be ridiculously OP and just conquer and dominate red zone. He's still going to be viable there. He could still be pretty decent against Broly, especially with type advantage. But I don't think mid is definitely the word I'm going to use to describe this guy. But he is indeed rainbowed. He links very well with the LRSSJ4s, another unit that goes very well with them. He links really well with the newly EZA'd LRSSJ4 Goku, which I'm going to go through the LRSSJ4 EZAs on stream, so if you do want to check that out, link in the description down below, drop me a follow on Twitch. Also, he links very well with, of course, the other strength SSJ4 Goku who we've got on the team now. Currently doesn't have a 200% category just yet, so be patient. Those numbers will go up slightly when he does indeed have one, and he's going to be linking up with some pretty decent units once he does get there as a kind of prediction. But this team, we got him on a full 170 Pure Saiyans team. We've got that Goku's family support there. Let me know how you're finding him down in the comments and what you think of him. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe while you're there as well. Let's hop in and see what he can do. Okay, so here we are. We do have him on rotation and we have him perfectly set up. This is what I mean. He works so well with the LRSSJ4s. Like, he's missing prepared for battle and Saiyan lineage, but they're both key links and he's not an LR, so not to worry. I mean, look, got full key as it is. Of course, gets the last few links, or prepared for battle at least, with the EZA SSJ4 Goku, the strength one. But another unit that works so well with the LRSSJ4s. It's nice to see, I can't lie. So in terms of numbers, what are we looking at turn 1? 615k attack stat and 230k defense. I'm sorry, in what world is that mid? How at the start of turn, how is that mid? I know we haven't done anything yet. We haven't picked up an orb. We haven't supered. He does get more attack and defense up to 100% the more HP remaining, which in some events and in some scenarios is not always going to be the easiest to get off. You're not always going to be having that full 100% attack and defense boost, granted. But even without it, yeah, his defense is like okay at the start of turn, but his attack stat is still very impressive. But turn 1, full HP, 615k attack, just over 230k defense. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that's mid, but as I said, he does have his full 100% attack and defense boost. We're going to give him some orbs. And what is he sitting on now? He's almost at a million attack stat, 922k. We'll give you these. We don't really need them stack up. This video is not about them. And he has type advantage as well here, so he's going to do quite a bit of damage. What are we saying? 6.7 million attack stat, no support. Of course, he does have his full attack and defense up to 100% boost. In what world is that mid? As I said, not every single EZA, not every single unit that drops has to be ridiculously OP, doing 10, 12 million attack stats with like 600k plus defense and stuff. Not every single unit needs to be like that. Like, that's just not the case. That just doesn't need to happen. And I think people get a little bit misconstrued of how units like should be. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be majorly OP, dominates Super Battle Road, dominates ESBR, dominates Goku and Vegeta event. They're good in long and shorter events. They're so OP that they dominate Red Zone. Units don't need to be like that. He is still a good EZA. But after EZAing, he is a full power, straight 1 flat 170 lead, giving key +3, which is nice, depending on if you have any like missions left or, you know, Super Battle Road stages. He's also a super tech type lead, giving key +3, HP and attack and defense +120. On super, he does also raise attack and defense by 30% for one turn as well. So getting additional super off will be nice with him. You know, raise your attack and defense once by 30%, then raise it again. He's going to have some pretty decent defense considering his defense after supering is like just over 400k. So supering, I actually didn't see if that was accommodating for an additional, but you know, you're talking probably just over what, 7 mil attack stat, you know, 500k, 600k defense maybe, if that didn't accommodate the additional. So an additional of him is going to be very nice. And we still have full health, so we still get the 100% attack and defense boost. Again, almost a mil attack stat and over 200k defense. Again, obviously, losing some HP, those numbers aren't going to be as impressive. I mean, offensively, it's still going to be very impressive. Defensively, not so much, but his defense at the start of turn actually isn't too bad, considering he will still raise attack and defense by 30%. Even if you're not getting that full 100% attack and defense boost because you've lost some health. Obviously, in the harder content, you're not going to have full health or near full health the majority of the time. I mean, depending on who you take on the team, depending on, you know, if you're getting counters, dodges, damage reduction, guard, all those type of things, may vary. You know, a lot of the time in the harder content, ESBR stages, even Super Battle Road stages are doing a lot of damage now. You know, they're accommodating for 200% leads. Red zone, there's probably hardly an occasion that is going to go by, hardly a turn where you're going to be having full health apart from like turn 1, which, depending on how many attacks are in slot 1, that's going to disappear pretty quickly depending on who's there. So you're probably not going to get that 100% attack and defense boost the more HP remaining a lot of the time. But even with only some of it, as I said, offensively, he's still putting out some impressive numbers. His defense after supering is still in a solid spot. It's not amazing, again, especially specifically for red zone and some of the harder content. But then most of the units in the game anyway aren't built for red zone, aren't perfect for red zone defensively. There's only a handful that are. But in some stages, even without that full boost, he should still be able to handle himself, especially on a super and an additional. And in other harder content as well, like Goku and Vegeta event and Super Battle Road, he should still be very viable there. He's still very, very usable, and he works incredibly well with a lot of the new units that have come out in EZAs. You don't even have to run him on main rotation. So, you know, you can try avoid as many attacks as possible unless that third slot is being incredibly unfortunate for you. You know, you have like a main rotation of SSJ4s, the LR SSJ4s and Gogeta are like set up here. He sits in slot 3, he's good, or like other way around. You know, LRSSJ4 Goku's on rotation with the LRSSJ4s. He links really well with LRSSJ4 Goku. He's in slot 3. That is a pretty decent rotation if I do say so myself. But we do have the Goku's Family Xeno support Goku on rotation now. And with support, we're on a 674k attack stat, 252k defense. We still have all of our health, and again, we have type advantage, which is going to help at kind of maintaining that health. What we sitting on after some orbs, just over a milli. Just over a milli attack stat with support and 252k defense. I mean, we're not going to get an additional as much as I do want to get one, but what we saying? 7.4 mil, just over 7.4 mil. So maybe that post I saw was with support, which, I mean, even without support, having that much defense, again, yes, with the full 100% boost, it's pretty good. It's still pretty impressive. He is very usable, but in his passive, he does get attack and defense plus 159% at the start of turn. I've already gone through his, you know, more HP remaining, the more boost. He also gets Ki plus 3, plus an additional attack and defense plus 59% when all allies attacking in the same turn are superclass, which, considering the categories he goes on, that's really not going to be difficult to do. Like, maybe on a full power team, but you're not going to be running, like, I don't know, full power freeze on rotation with this guy. Like, it's not going to happen. So getting that extra attack and defense plus 59% while having all superclass allies on the turn is just never going to be an issue, considering who you're going to be running him with. Then you have a medium chance to evade enemy super attack, counter with tremendous power. I mean, hopefully we can get that off. I would like to see how much damage he does on a counter, but if it doesn't come off, not to worry. That is kind of incredibly RNG, you know, heavy. He also foresees enemy super attack when there is another full power category ally attacking in the same turn and your HP is 59% or below. So he has a very useful tool at his disposal in harder content. As long as there are another full power category ally attacking in the same turn, which there's a lot of very good full power category allies that branch across his different categories. And as long as you have below 59% or 59% HP or below, you can foresee your enemy super attack, which a lot of time in harder content, especially red zone when you have one item, you're going to be sitting around about that HP threshold or even lower, trying to maintain that and not die. So a lot of the time, he'll probably be foreseeing enemy super attack in harder content anyway, especially red zone. So that's a very useful tool to have. As I said, his link set, I mean, his link set has always been this, but his link set is very good. As I said, he links very well with, of course, the EZA LRSSJ4 Goku, the LRSSJ4s. He's got some very, very good linking buddies. Some very, very good linking buddies. As I said, I kind of want the counter to come off. We'll try and get it off now. If not, then it doesn't really matter. But we'll try and get it come off. We'll try to see if it will come off. I kind of want to see, as I said, I want to see how much damage he does on the counter. But yeah, in terms of him being mid, yeah, definitely not. I said he links well with so many fantastic units. He's got decent damage output. He's also got pretty decent defense after he supers, especially if you get an additional racial attack and defense twice. Unfortunately, mine's full crit from years ago, and I kind of don't really want to use the resources like stones and stuff to change it. And I don't think I have any dupes lying around. So, you know, if you do pull any future dupes and he's not rainbowed, or you do have the facilities and you really want to change him, you probably want to give him a few more additional, so in harder content he can have some more defense, and it's not going to hurt to deal some extra damage as well. You know, in the events where you can take advantage of his counter and evade, or just essentially his counter, he's going to be very good, you know, especially Super Battle Road, avoiding some extra damage, dealing some damage back. Goku and Vegeta event until the final phases. A lot of the red zone stages, apart from like a few of the final ones, he's going to be pretty good for. And then having the tool to be able to force the enemy super attack, yes, with another full power category ally attacking in the same turn and your HP below 59%. Yes, there's a restriction on it, but it's a very useful tool to have. Like, if we go into the full power category and we look at some of the units there, there's some good units there. You know, you got LR Kaioken, Goku, Super Vegeta, Namek. Realistically, the ones you're going to be running him with, I'm not going to read out all of them. You know, you've got Dokkan Fest Broly, LR Kale and Caulifla, LR Gohan for longer events, SSBE or EZA SSBE, LR Go Freezers there. There's some very good units there. You know, it's not the widest variety, but there's some very good units there regardless. But in terms of the teams you're going to be running them on, especially when it comes to GT heroes and Giant 8 power, unfortunately, you're not going to be seeing that force the enemy super attack often, but in other areas you will be. So it's not bad, it's not too bad, but his EZA is good. His EZA is good. It's decent, it's usable. Is it super amazing and OP? No, but it's a very good EZA nonetheless. Definitely not mid. As I said, definitely let me know down in the comments what you think of him. I'll see you next video, guys. Hope to see you guys on Twitch, and push!